What's going on, guys? One, love out to everybody. We got Contender Series 2024, Week 10, guys. The last week of Contender Series here. Just made the best of it. 5 fights like usual. These particular matchups, guys, were very, very close when you go to the odds and even the fighting. The matchups are very close too. Not just the odds alone, but the skill set of each guys. Very, very tight card, man. So, I did the best I can do with the moments I have, the time I have, because I'm going to be pretty busy, but I'm going to still put out the UFC fights, but maybe a little later on in the weeks, maybe like on a Thursday. Try to get it on a Wednesday, but most likely it will be maybe Thursday or Friday, so maybe a little later on those because I'm going to be a little busy, but I get it out to you. I try to get it out mostly by Thursday, but latest is probably Friday, man. Alright, so yeah, man, before I get started, hit the thumbs up button, and also subscribe to the channel. Also, check out my Patreon account for all my prop plays and face-off predictions. And you can also donate to my PayPal account, man. Guys, remember, man, keep moving on, man. Keep moving right along, man. No matter what happened, man, you keep on moving right along, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. What you guys know about this? What you guys know about this? What you know about this? Let's go, man. Let's get it. Grab it, grab it. What? Yeah, tap it, let's go. Hey, we're moving right along. Hey, let's go. What? Hey.
Getting there is half the fun, comparing with me.
We're moving right along. Let's go.
We don't need a map to keep this show on the road. Hey, that song is sounding better, fuzzy.
Alright, moving right along, man. Never quit. So whatever you're working on, keep moving right along, man. No matter if you fail or whatever it is, or you lost, or you get defeated. Remember, defeated is an illusion. It's only if you accept that defeat that make that defeat real, make it come true in your reality. So if you don't accept it, then there's no defeat because it's you versus you. So keep moving right along. That little song right there, I know a lot of people may be like, what is that song? What is that song? But you know, those little music like that, they have little messages in it that can teach you things, positive things, right? Moving right along, man. Get it done, whatever you need to get done. Keep doing it, man. Even if you feel like you may have failed, there's many doors that open up. But once you keep moving, though, it will happen. And if you don't move, you'll be like dried up water, stagnant water, which dries up. So you always got to keep moving, just like exercising too. You always got to keep moving. Always complete the mission, the task that you need to complete. Keep moving right along, man. Alright? Just want to share that with you guys and hit you up with that little song right there. What you guys know about that, man? Moving right along. What you guys know about that? Alright, man. Quick recap here, guys. Like I said, we have ups and downs and all these things, but guess what? We keep moving right along, man. Quick recap here for this UFC that passed, Royval and Taira. It's a pretty good card, man. Carpenter and Lucas. Carpenter from the weigh-ins, that's why I made the switch. If you guys saw my face-off and weigh-ins predictions, when I look at Clayton or Carpenter, he looked physically a lot stronger, but I don't usually base guys off of just being stronger and bigger and say, oh, he's gonna win. He has to have some kind of skills, and Carpenter does have the wrestling, so the fact that he's a little more bigger in frame, it's just he's a big giveaway, and I just knew that Carpenter would probably muscle him strength with the technique. If he's just strength alone, it's different, but Carpenter has wrestling. His ground game is not bad, so that's why I made the switch. So Carpenter got that good performance by both guys there. Hadden and Dan, exactly what I thought it would be. I thought that Cody is just better with the hands. He's just more well-rounded, man. Dan has wrestling, but he doesn't know how to strike properly, and he's hittable. Cody is more he's more well-rounded and have the boxing base. He has amateur boxing base, mixed in with BJJ. So the kid is pretty skilled in every area, right? So good performance by both guys there. Regardless if you lose or win, remember, loss is just a lesson, man. That's all it is, man. But guess what? We're moving right along, man. Moving right along. All right. That's going to be the theme of this particular Contender Series and UFC recap. Is going to be moving right along, man. So no matter what happened, you have ups and downs. You lost a pick, you lost some money here, you lost this, lost that, whatever. You fail and knock your tooth out. Pick up your tooth and keep moving right along, man. That's it, man. All right. You got Julia, Palestra, and Corey. This goes back to the same thing. I just feel like Julia was just better striker here, and also physically stronger. So when I match up a fight, I just don't match it up as like, the person's just strong and physically strong. They have to have a particular skill, and Julia Muay Thai is pretty skilled. It's better striking than Corey. The ground game could be even, but then just a strength factor. It plays a factor in this. So good performance by both women, because if we lose or win, just being in there and throwing hands and getting hit in the face, it's not easy, man. All right, and not everybody wants to do that and can do it. So it is what it is, man. And they choose to do it. So it is what it is. Junior Toffer and Sean Sharaf, back and forth fight, like I said. Heavy hand. Sean very short notice, which he saw him gassed out. Junior Toffer gassed out in the first round too. What did this guy gassed out? It was just a barn burner fight, man. It looks like Sean was gonna win, but Junior grabbed the cage a couple times, back and forth until Junior got the knockout. Just off of exhaustion. I mean, Sean didn't go down. He was just exhausted. I believe in a full camp, he probably do better. So most likely he will be back in the UFC. Because he showed hard. He never gave up. The ref stopped it because he was just wobbly. So it looked like he was gonna pass out in there. But good performance by both guys though. Taramba and Nico Price. Yeah, man. Sometimes we make picks like this. I mean, we pick Nico Price. But this goes to show that that Nico Price is pretty much in a bad decline. He's going down and down. A little bit slower. A lot more slower, actually. A lot more hittable, and just reaction is just not there, dude. So, with Gorimbo, I changed this play on my face-offs, and, I'm going to explain to you what I look for in these face-off guys. It's not just, like I said, the guy being big and muscular. And, oh, man, he looks like, he carries a lot of mass. So, most definitely, no. What I saw from Nico is that he was kind of limping a little bit. And the way how his body, I know he's always shaped like that, but his posture was kind of struggling to move. You can tell that he's like kind of hurting. Like it looks like he's hurting. I mean, I could be wrong, but his lower back or something. But he just didn't look as healthy, And yeah, that's what I saw from his body and the way how the body is positioned and how he carrying the body back and forth, like his mobility. Which goes back to his mannerisms, which I noticed. And then I said, and I look at Gorimbo. He's just up straight. It looks like he has more confidence in himself. With Nico, it looks like a lack of confidence. It all depends on how you carry your body. If you hunch your shoulder over, you're walking like you're in pain. It's like, man, that guy don't have much confidence in himself. He doesn't look like he wants to be here or he wants to do this. But when you're up straight, span straight up, and your chin is not way up in the air, but you just look straight ahead of you and you're just confident. You could tell by the body posture. So that's why I switched for Gorimbo and did a good switch on that one. Good performance by both guys though. Pat Sabatini and Jonathan Pierce. Man, I had Pat Sabatini in the beginning and I switched it to Jonathan Pierce. I told you guys it could be Pat Sabatini by what? Submission, or Jonathan Pierce by what? KO. Pat Sabatini got it. So it is what it is. He got his back and went in there. He was practicing, or he was competing a lot of grappling matches. So I think he fine-tuned his grappling specifically for this event. So just go in there and get your back and then get it rear naked, man. Ramazan and CJ, yeah, man. Ramazan is the dude, man. Speed advantage, dude. Speed produces power, man. Technique you don't see. The combinations you don't see, the move you don't see is the one that does the most damage, especially when it knocks you out. So CJ is just a lot of a slower fighter, man. He's on the slower edge there, man. It's just, you can see everything. When he throws, he telegraphs, you can see it. And Ramazan is like a Demetrius Johnson, like Mighty Mouse. It's quick. He's quick. Small dude, though. He's little. But like I said, when we take a look at CJ, you say CJ look kind of bigger still, like on frame, right? Like he look bigger than Ramazan, right? But then you probably say, oh, but maybe CJ probably can win though. But Ramazan have skills though. Small guy, but he's very, very, very skilled, dude. Striking is skill, power, and just like he's just quicker, man. It is, yeah. D-Rod and Alex Morono. This is a close fight, man. I feel like Alex Morono probably could have gotten that. You know, a lot of people was counting out Alex Morono. I told you, man, don't count out Alex Morono, man. I mean, he took a lot of fights in short notice, but his Nico Price fight didn't look too good. But he did beat Nico Price way back, but it's just one of those things, man. You know, it's I felt he could have gotten that, but I also felt that D-Rod in the third round was doing a lot more damage. So, I mean, it could go either way. But good performance by both guys. Grant Dawson, Rafael Garcia. Grant Dawson did his thing, you know. He went in there and showed that he's not just a grappler and a wrestler. He can finish the fights. So, went in there and proved his point. He wanted to prove something in this fight, and he did. I guess Garcia has never been finished, too. So, yeah, moving right along, man. Chedi Nokwani and Gerard and Chetty went in there and did his skin. He keep the fight in the range, knee, elbows to the body, and Gooden is just... This is the next fight that I changed. And the reason why I changed is one, a lot of the guys that miss weight. I forgot to mention that also. Missing weight is a big problem. Dan Aguilera missed weight, which I had Cody originally anyway. Who else missed weight here? And Gerard Gooden missed weight also, man. And next thing that he did that sealed the deal for me, which I changed on my face-off predictions, you gotta look at the mannerisms, you gotta look at the actions and the emotions from these guys. Telling you guys my secret, man. Shh, don't tell nobody. You see, when Chetty go to Gooden and on the face-off, and he's like, you know, stick his hand out, hey man, you wanna, you know, just gonna shake hands. And then Gooden is like, look at his hand and like nod his head, no, and like move away from him. It's like, dude, we're going into a cage to go punch each other and kick each other. I mean, I'm just showing respect. It's out of respect. Shaking a hand is, you know, it's an honorable thing. There's no ego here. There's no, you know, shouldn't be no emotions. Like, I mean, you're gonna have emotion, maybe nerves and fears. You know, it happens with fights. But all those stuff is just an illusion, though. But you're gonna still have a little things here and there. But you're not gonna have no where take it to hate and like you just disrespecting your opponent. Don't want to shake his hand. When I saw that was a sealed deal. I knew Chetty was gonna win 100%. That's why I switched that to Chetty, and also Gerard missed weight too. So I would have still switched it even if he did shake his hand. But not shaking his hand just proved to me that he had a bad weight cut and something is bothering him emotionally. And when he went to the fight, that's what he looked like emotionally. He just looked like he was there just to get hit, like a punching bag. He was just there not defending himself, just eating shots against the cage. So that's why these weigh-offs and face-offs are very important. So sometimes when I go back and I watch that, it gives me a better insight of making a proper choice in who I'm going to pick for my fights. That's why I say sign up to that Patreon account. Alright? But good performance by both guys here, man. Jung Young Park, Brad Torres. I had Jung Young Park on my original. And Brad Torres, I expected a little more, but again, it's a split decision. You know, he did his thing, but I expected a little more. And there's a lot of split decisions in this card too, which I don't really agree with. A lot of these fights are close, like I told you guys. So Brad Torres, they look at the one they give him. But Jung Young Park did his thing though. Jung Young Park is very durable, and the thing about Brad Torres is not durable anymore. He didn't get knocked out, but it's just he can't carry a pace. He start to like fall down, like just get hit against the cage. You can take him down, but he pops back up quick. But good performance of both guys, man. Banda Royval and Taira, good, excellent fight, man. And you know, when we look at Taira, guys are like, oh man, he got exposed. No, he didn't get exposed. This kid is a badass. This kid, man, he showed, like, he showed that he can fight through, you know, he can take the pressure and then come back. Because there are certain rounds, I believe, I don't know if it's round 2 or so, he was getting hit a lot. And it looked like he was going to get finished. And he showed a heart and showed determination to come back in the fight. You know, if he wasn't, you know, who we say he was or being exposed, he would have got finished in first round. This is a split decision in my book. I felt like that Taira could have gotten it too. This can go either way. So this kid here is not exposed. No, the kid is a freaking good. He's only going to get better now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is a number, but it is still a young kid based on information and data that he's going to upload to himself to learn new techniques. So he's going to You know, like Brandon Royval say one day he's gonna be champion, and he will help him. Which I can see that the kid is very talented, very skilled kid. He was in positions where it looked like he was gonna get finished, and then he found the heart and the passion to come back in the third and fourth. Kind of dropped the ball in a little bit in the fifth. You know what I mean? But he showed. He showed resilience. He showed determination. He showed that he can face, you know, the fire. You know what I'm saying, and then come back. You know what I'm saying. He can be out, like literally be out, and then be able to come back in the next round. Because sometimes when you know you may see a lot of fighters and stuff like that. Sometimes when you got them beat, you know they're just done. But his mental seems pretty strong. You know, so he can be beat in maybe the second round. But then he found it in him in the third to come back and then get the third round. So it's close. The fight's close. You know, he's taking down Brandon and had him in bad position. Almost finished Brandon. So this kid here is not exposed. But excellent card though. You know, go on to that next card there. UFC Fight Night, which is pretty good too. It's a pretty good card here, man. This one has Alex Pereira. Yes, Michael Pereira and Anthony Hernandez on this card. Excellent fight, man. It's a good matchup here. And my boy here, Kyle Phillips in the house. Kyle Phillips versus Rob Font. Kyle Phillips, man, this kid is very, very skilled, man. I'm high on the Matrix, bro. I'm high on him, bro. That kid is pretty good striker, man. He's pretty good all around. He's grown, he's striking, everything, man. Sama Georgian and Charles Johnson, man. I don't know, man. When this fight seems a little bit they're just giving Johnson a win here. I mean, no disrespect to Sama Georgian, though. Yeah, man. I mean, Sama Georgian can strike still. But, man, Johnson is just way... Johnson must be freaking high on the odds in this one. He has to be. Or this looks like it's going to be an easy fight for Johnson, in my opinion. Johnson negative 210. That's interesting. I expect him to be higher than that. I guess they're going to base it off the striking, but Sama Georgian has no ground game, though. Struggle with the ground, man. Alright, so we're going to work on this one. We got a good, oh man, Robelis and Austin Lane. Oh my goodness. That's a barn burner right there, man. People be like, oh, you know, I'm thinking Robelis is going to win. Robelis is going to win. We saw what Robelis did in his last fight against Acosta. He could win, but man, he better not fall to his back. Or maybe he's working on the ground, man. I don't know, man. This one is this one could be a dog or a pass, bro. Because this guy here, he's probably more well-rounded, you know, but he just can't take a hit, and a guy like Robelis can't hit. So what do you do? Exactly. You don't know which way to go now, but we keep moving right along, though. All right, man. Let's knock this out. We could continue the series here, guys. Not too sure about these fights, but we did the best that we can. 2 short notice here. Nick planned short notice, and supposed to be Nick Piccininni and Jack Duffy, but it's gonna be now Louis Jarul or Jarul. Holla. It's gonna be Louis Jarul. So Jarul is a short notice. Okay. So again, remember that Nick Piccininni fight that went to a split decision by Nick. So he's coming back on the Contender series, and they're supposed to redo the fight over because Dana White felt that Duffy won the fight, which I felt he won the fight too. But it's flat will kick here, guys. Mohamed Ado versus Jonathan Makhachev. Ado here, lots by submission, one by knockout, 100% finishing rate. Head can be high at times, slightly hittable, but you know he's still learning from what I can see. But the striking is up and down. Can remind me of a Taylor Lappler. You know, when he moves and certain mannerisms he may have, kind of remind me of Taylor Lappler. I feel he's more well-rounded though, as far as skills is concerned. Measure strikes better. His all-around defense maybe a little better, and timing is better. His opponent though, Jonathan looks to grapple more, kind of grind. Striking looks suspect though. His defense is not that great. Bigger frame though. You may have a guy here with the body is a little bigger, which you can tell here, and he could be physically stronger, but then that's not really sure yet until you see them, right? Until you see them compete against each other physically, for you to actually see the strength. Because never because a guy have muscle and big like that doesn't mean he's gonna be the stronger person. Because I'll go back to mental state, the inner, right? So but this guy, I feel like he's more hittable, and he's just there's things about him that his just chin is very, very high up, and he's like taking shots to the chin. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Aldo. I'm gonna go with Mohamed Ado. I'm gonna say Mohamed Ado by submission in the second round, guys. 50-50. I ain't confident, and like I said, a lot of these fights, which this is a card that I noticed that everything is pretty much even, which it is. So except for the last two fights here. But yeah, man, be very careful with this one. I go Mohamed Ado, but I'm not confident it's even, which it is even there. Next fight here, guys, we have and a lot of these fights here, because are tough to find fights in the guys. So we have a card here where I'm struggling to find a lot of the fights. You know, I mean, I have to go around on the Instagram and see if I see videos on the Instagram and all these things. So it's not easy to break this card down. Leslie Hernandez are more boxing base, 2 inch of height, 3 inch of reach, which is massive. Striking, you know, she let her hands go from the MMA lab, which is a good lab there, a good training camp. Yeah, man, I mean, her boxing is so. There's some fights I see she can get touched up a little bit, but she come back. She can get taken down. No, she would get takedowns also. You know, so it's kind of like a back and forth kind of vibe with her. With Martinez though, Martinez is a little more of a has more of a taekwondo base. She's like a younger chick. She's only like 20, man. I mean, but age a number though, still, you know what I mean. But it all depends on the knowledge you're taking in and the education, as far as like all the information that you're taking in and how you use it. More taekwondo base, more kicks, more head kicks. I mean, she can kick, man. You know, she's very athletic and very acrobatic, right? We'll go for heavy ground and pounds. This one's a toss-up, guys, man. You know, to be honest with you, I mean, I could see Leslie winning, or I can see Martinez winning, to be honest with you, man. But I'm going to go with the taekwondo. I'm going to go with the girl with the head kicks. It's not guaranteed here. So I'll go with Martinez. Martinez is negative 130, so pretty much it's an even fight, guys. As I said, Leslie Hernandez could also win. Women fight, guys. Like I always mention, always can go the other way, man. You pick Martinez and Leslie win. You pick Leslie and Martinez win. It is what it is. But I'm going to go with Martinez. I'm going to say Martinez by KO, TKO, second round. Could be head kick. Moashigeri. Roundhouse. Alright. Next fight here, guys. We got Yadir Davil versus Antônio Monteiro. Next fight here. Some of these fights are tough to find. Yadir here seems well-rounded. Has more of a Thai style. Very heavy leg kicks. BJJ black belt. Reminds me of a Justin Gaethje when he fired those leg kicks, the calf kicks. Throws them very aggressively. Can get flat-footed, sits down on the shots though. Right his chin kind of high. Can get taken down at times. So it's a guy that sits down and everything. You know, fire heavy. Like I said, kind of like a Justin Gaethje when Gaethje used to throw the heavy leg kicks way back. His opponent though, Antonio, to me is a little more cleaner. Not more experienced guy here. Same kind of Thai vibe, but moves around with it though. It's not flat foot, he's more on his toes. He has good takedowns, good double legs, very explosive guy here. And I feel he's just more experienced and also can get the sub. I feel this guy is just up a skill set. He just looks more cleaner. He looks more experienced. His technique look better. You know what I mean? I feel with Yadir is a little bit more he's trying to put it together still. I feel Antonio more seasoned fighter, but again, it's Contender series, right? I'm gonna go with Antonio here. I'm gonna say Antonio by decision, but I'm not confident, guys. It can't be. At least not with Contender series, huh? Let's see the odds on that one. Odds on that, man. What's the odds on that one? Let's look at the thing. Come on, man. You're not putting down on the high odds. You know, I mean, you can even go for the props and how the guys are gonna win. But Yadir, couldn't go to Yadir for a win too. But I like it, Antonio. All right, main fight here we got Jarul versus, hold on there, where am I at? Oh, hold on there. Yeah, there. Yeah, we have Jarul versus, what am I doing here, man? We have Nick Piccininni versus Louis Jarul. Nick Piccininni again making his second time here, and like I said, with guys that make the second time, third time, fourth time, they usually win, man. Even the guys that are not really that skilled, but you know, they just come back. They may lose once, they come back and they win. So I feel Nick should win this fight. What you know from Nick is more wrestling. Striking can be kind of suspect, kind of hittable at times, but he gets to take down a lot of double leg, a lot of grinding, and his DC homeboy coming in from a good camp too. I believe he trains at he trains with DC. He used to, I believe, but yeah, man, give me a second here, guys. Come on, man. Yeah, he trains with DC. Coming out of Fortis MMA, which is a good gym right there. His opponent here, Louis Garul. Garul, short notice guy. Walks you down, heavy hooks, knees, very aggressive, short, stocky guy. Kind of remind me of a Miles John. We'll also look for takedowns too. But I feel Nick should be able to probably control this fight on the ground, you know. And like I said, I've never, for this season here, you know, week 12, I've never went against a guy that's shown up a second time. So I'm not going to do it now. So I'm going to still go with Nick Piccininni here. I'm going to say Nick Piccininni by submission in the second round, guys. All right. I believe Nick is a favorite for me, but it still doesn't matter. Nick is one. No, that's Nick Klein. Nick is one. It's an even fight. Even fight. Because like I said, Lewis will walk you down and let the hands go on you. He's a little more aggressive than Duffy. A lot more aggressive. But he's more wild though. I mean, that's the thing. Leave himself open for a lot of takedowns. You know what I mean? So, yeah. That's an even fight because every fight is even, man. Huh? Alright. So, next fight here, guys. We got Nick Klein now versus Heraldo Souza. This one is, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You know, these guys are trying to make a name, I guess, for themselves in the UFC. Klein here, he looks to want to clinch a lot, grapple mostly, double legs. He reminds me of a Nico Price. So, he reminds me of Nico Price. Does that mean that he's not good? I mean, he has little skills, you know, but he's a little bit slower on the side, slower, and striking is not the best. Can get taken down if you push him hard enough, or you know, put a lot of pressure on him. You can get him down, probably ground and pound him. His opponent here, Souza, though, seems to be more seasoned, BJJ black belt, I believe. Striking is better in my opinion. It's more technical. Grappling looks good. We look to submission. Like I said, his ground and pounds are pretty heavy in BJJ black belt. But Klein kind of possesses similar things, but I just feel that Souza does it better in my opinion. I feel Souza is a more seasoned fighter, man. And I guess the odds has Souza at -166, but all these fights here, they're all even. Even the ones that have Souza at 166, and they got Antonio. Well, Antonio was at a bigger odd here. You know, or they have Antonio, but I mean, like I said, it's still even though. That's what I'm saying. There's no really doing the biggest odd here is 166, which is they're all even here, guys, man. So either one of these guys can win. But I'm gonna go with Souza. I'm gonna say Souza by KO, TKO in the second round. I'm not confident. I'll leave all the props down below for the fights. I'm gonna watch the face-offs real quick and make a decision on my face-off plays. If you guys want to see those, check out the Patreon for the face-offs props that I'm gonna put on my Patreon account. And that's about it there, guys. So we got quick recap here. We got Ado. We have Ado by submission second round. We have Martinez by KO TKO in the second round. We have Antonio by decision. And we have Nick Piccininni, not Nick Klein. We got Nick Piccininni by submission in the second. Could also be a decision, but some of these fights could also be KO TQ. That's their submissions, so be careful. And we have we have Heraldo Souza by KO TQ in the second, guys. So that's it right there, guys. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the donations or the subscription to the patrons. One love out to everybody. You guys keep on kicking. And